Ladies and gentlemen, this is Mr. Hort. Welcome to your next biology screencastify. This lesson is going to focus on tracing your animal's ancestry over time. Last week, if you recall, you tracked your animal on paleogeographic globes over time. So we're going to focus on that same 550 million years or so. You can see here's a tree of life that's all the organisms. Your particular tree of life is going to focus somewhere up in this upper part, depending on the type of animal you chose. The goal in this assignment, as we go through this, and then I'll walk you through the website that you're going to use, you're basically going to take snapshots of your organism's history at 6 different points in its history. And that could, again, go up to 500 some million years. And you want to kind of spread them out a bit rather than clump them all together. You got to be really selective as to what you choose as important. And so the next 4 slides will kind of show you what the site will look like. So here is a screenshot of the site onezoom.org. So I'll take you there now and I'll come back and forth between the slides. So when I go here, you want to type in your animal's name. I want to show you something really important. Some of you were pretty generic on your animal's name. You just called it a tiger or a spider or something like that. And you want to be a little bit more specific. So if I chose the penguin, the emperor penguin particularly, and I add the word penguin in here, enter, it's going to pop up a bunch of choices. So you can do this route, but that's a lot of stuff to choose from. And some of them are going to have more info than others. So because I know I have the emperor penguin, I'm actually going to type emperor penguin in. Click enter. Then I get search results and I can click on it and it'll take me very specifically to the emperor penguin. And you have to be aware this site can be pretty slow. If you have lots of tabs open, it might be a good recommendation to close them down. In fact, that's what I had to do earlier, and I'm wondering now if it's a network issue or it's because I have lots of tabs open. So hopefully this will find its way eventually. While I'm waiting, I'm going to go back to the slides and walk you through some more things. So I took a screenshot of this. This is the step I just completed. Then you're going to have some other little symbols you're going to want to be on the lookout for. The next goal is to do a screenshot of your organism. And mine was, again, the emperor penguin. So I took a screenshot of that. And then you're going to go through some more branches. And then eventually you'll get to a collage here. And you can see my penguin branches to actual penguins as a group 25 million years ago, which are part of the bird family, which are mixed with crocodiles. And then we go to amniotes. Now, some of these words you won't know. Amniot, I just happen to know, means egg laying. And so because I know that, I didn't have to look it up, but it will be highly recommended to look up words you're not familiar. My penguin does have bones, so I thought bony vertebrates. Again, vertebrates, a word from last week that refers to spines. The little vertebrae are the little crossbones of your spine. And I ended on vertebrates. Now that you can't read, but it says 525 million years ago. So what I did to help see this is move this out of the way. Is I actually listed all my time frames down here, which is exactly what it says on these particular snapshots. And so let's see now if we've loaded. And we can see it's now zooming into my emperor penguin. So at this point, you would take a screenshot of your organism, you'd snip it so it's just the picture of the penguin, or whatever your animal is, rather than the whole screen of lots of white space. Okay. Step 2, if we go back to the slides real briefly, is it says, click the small Y-shaped branch next to the search all life. Okay, so here is the little Y-shaped branch next to search all life. I'm going to retype my emperor penguin in here. And this, if all goes well, will track it back in time with a blue path. So I'm going to click it, and hopefully it'll do its magic. There you go. You see the blue path popped out. Now the next thing you want to do, if we go back to these slides, is follow its path. And to do that, you're going to go to slide 3. It says click the zoom out symbol and follow the blue path. So the zoom out symbol is over here. And so I'm going to click on it, and notice if I just let it go, it's going to fly crazy. So I can pause it by clicking the screen. So let me again show you it's going back in time. If I stop it, I can find snapshots. So I'm just going to scroll around a little bit. You can also drag your screen, as you can see. Here we see lots of birds, but nothing that's very specific. Now, if you want more information, you can click on these circles, and I'll show you that in a minute. And so I know where I'm trying to get. And so because I know I want to just use birds, for example, I say, oh, well, penguin's a bird, so I'm going to click on bird. That'll be another screenshot. Now, I actually took one before that, but here's kind of what it gives you. When you click on this, and then you click some more, it opens up a Wikipedia page with some really, really powerful information that you need going forward. Notice here it gives you a little geologic time scale. There's symbols, I know, but you can still see the new stuff and the old stuff. It shows you examples of birds and gives you much information. It has links, Encyclopedia of Life, another very good resource. It's kind of slow, but you can play around with these. Genetics, again, that'll get kind of technical, but it'll remind you of some of the things we've done before. And so I'll X out of that now. And as I go back to this, I want to zoom back out because that's close up. And again, I can drag this around, and I might decide, well, birds and crocodiles, that's another useful thing to snapshot. So I'll click on it, get a picture, add it to my collage. Now you'll notice the farther back in time you go, the more spaced out events are. So it's going to be really, really busy with your animal up front, and then it might go back in time quite a bit. Now, some of you that chose a turtle or a shark, for instance, you're actually going to start somewhere farther down the road. So again, your little blue road will take you on a path to your animal. Let me just quickly pop back to the slides. So again, I've now shown you the 3 basic ways to navigate. And the final thing you'll do is use these arrows. Again, you can insert arrows by clicking this button. There's options to take. I like to color code my arrows sometimes in red, but this time I left them in black. Again, if I click on this arrow that I've entered, you can thicken the lines to make them pop a little bit more. You could change the color of the line to your preference. The key is it's clear, which is again why I want you to take close-up views and then snip them. I believe that is about it. The site can be quite a bear and a beast, but I think if you're patient with it and play around a little bit, give yourself some time just to play, and then use these slides and my screencast that you'll have access to help guide you. And as always, email us or send direct messages or whatever you need to do to get the help you need to complete this project successfully. I hope this is helpful when you finally get to it. I am signing off. Thanks so much for watching.